try again. See what happens now. Hello, 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 hello. Seems to work better that time. All right, so I am capturing a Donald Trump rally. I will be posting that shortly. He seems like he's in his happy place, talking about how amazing he is. Because you know it's true. Rick Perry resigned, really? I didn't see that yet. I'm trying to watch the Donald thing, man. Rick Perry resigns. Ha ha. That means he's in hot water too, because otherwise he wouldn't be quitting, or he just sees the sinking ship going down and he doesn't want to be on it when it sinks. One or the other. That is very interesting news, UTN. Very interesting. I did not bet that he would be the next one to go. All right. So how is everybody today? I'm doing good. Dog's got a nice long walk. It's raining here. It's toothy brushing day. So the dog's going to get their teeth brushed here in a little bit too when we get done with this. We're working out the whole green screen and the OBS issue. We were looking at a couple green screens last night. I think we got it down. We're trying to decide whether to paint a wall or to just use the tent as a screen. And working on a new computer. So I am ready for the end of Windows 7. Because all my shit runs on Windows 7. All my video capture devices, all my everything runs on Windows 7. So hopefully that will go fairly flawlessly. Oh, that is such good news. That is such good news. I am so happy for you. Now, if you can just find it somewhere, huh? You know, you can make your own edibles just so easily. But it's a lot easier if you grow your own and you got a bunch of buds sitting around. Then you can just go, hey, what are we going to do with all this bud sitting around? I know, plant-based burgers. Anybody watch South Park last night? Integrity burgers. Wait for it. Tastes like shit, but you won't care. What about my work? Your work. You're a towel. All right. So anyway, I am just here trying to do this thing, talking about Turkey having a ceasefire for 120 hours, which means that they'll probably anytime fucking bulldoze down everybody, because that's what they do on ceasefires. They say, oh, yeah, no, we'll wait. And then all of a sudden they just shoot everybody. And then they go, oh, well, they violated the ceasefire. And, yeah, so. But hopefully less bullets are flying over there right now. That would be nice, right? Anywhere there's less bullets flying, that would be good. What's up, Jay? Okay, so the Trump people in the audiences are so weird, man. He has very strange audiences. But I guess all the politicos, you know, I mean, what are you going to see at a Hillary rally, right? Bunch of fucking weirdos. I have been to rallies. I went to a Ron Paul rally in 2012. Got a video of that. Didn't get to meet the good doctor, but it was neat to see him in person. Well, I will be posting news about edibles later. We're going to make a whole batch of butter real soon. Big old batch of butter, because I'm out of butter. I'm down to half a pan of brownies. So, butter, 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 butter. And I found out that the people at the hydro store, the country's largest chain of brick and mortar hydro stores, is considering being a sponsor of Mock's Farms Garden, which would be super cool, because if I had a hydro store that I could go to, every couple of weeks and just walk down and say, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. And they're like, no problem, bro. I could probably start my second tent going. So we have 2 tents full of fucking weed. Because I'm afraid we're only going to get like 5 plants in here for the next grow. We're gonna go up to some. We're gonna get some feminized. I got some Bruce Banner plants, right? Some Bruce Banner crossed with orange cookies. That's supposed to be a pretty hulkish type plant. So we will see. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna do some. Let's see. We got pineapple OG Larry, or pineapple Larry OG, one or the other. Which I wish they had SpongeBob on the thing. But that looks pretty good. And then let's see, we got I think I'm gonna do some lemon cake from the heavyweight seeds guys, because that looks really delicious. And let's see, I have, we got platinum cocoa banana. I can't remember the name of that. That's I think that's a Canadian seed breeder. Platinum cocoa banana. That sounds pretty good, huh? Platinum's good. That means it's sparkly. And I was going to do one of, we got the strawberry banana or the cream cheese. The cream cheese is 21% THC and 19% CBD. I might do that one. It sounds amazing. But the strawberry banana also looks very tasty. So we will see. We'll see. But if I get the hydro store, that would be so good. That would be, So hopefully, cross your fingers. Hope for me that Mox News is going to get their hydro store sponsor, and we will turn this whole site into a gardening page. Ha ha! Garden news today in garden news. Wouldn't that be fun? You come running back. Oh man, I hate YouTube so much. Does anybody else hate YouTube? I just hate YouTube so much. This stuff with the blocking the fucking debate, like it somehow, like they own those, like CNN somehow, all these candidates, all these presidential candidates, politicians, one and all, got together to have a debate for the sole purpose of CNN making money. That's how CNN is acting. They're claiming copyright on all the debate clips, saying, "Oh, you can't post that. Can't post debate. Nope, nope, nope," because somehow all these politicians got together just so CNN could make money, not so it could be a platform to disseminate all of their voices as wide and far as possible. Fuck you, CNN. You suck. And the reason I'm so mad about it is I usually don't have this problem with CNN. CNN, that's a big part of the reason why I post a lot of CNN videos, is that they don't fuck with me on the copyright almost never. But this thing where they're blocking the whole debate, that's just a load of shit. I mean, we really need some kind of a lawyer to step up and actually, a lawyer that actually cares about something other than money, to step up and like tell Google and YouTube and CNN and Fox and MSNBC and all these cunts who want to act like they own the voices of these politicians that they're wrong. And for whatever reason that we don't have that already, there should be a giant class action suit against Google and YouTube for this shit, like what Tulsi's doing. Tulsi's suing him for $50 million. It should be a giant class action suit where we sue him for $1 billion fucking dollars. How you like me now, Google? Yeah. Don't like Mox News? How about $1 billion fucking lawsuit, you cunts? The people who run YouTube have their heads so far up their asses, I wonder if they have ever seen the light of day. Hey, look at that. What time is it? Good timing, sir. You'll come running back. There's Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne, it's not the same when you're not here, buddy. So I'm glad you made it. Alex Jones was saying that Donald Trump was shot. Alex Jones was saying that. He was broadcasting that. That's too bad. Alex Jones has really kind of gone over the rainbow, dude. Jumped the shark, whatever you want to say. If that's true. Fling Flong. Oh, it's that guy. Fling Flong. I see you. I see you. I don't know if Mulvaney admitted to quid pro quo so much as said, you know, this shit happens, man. It happens constantly. What the fuck are you talking about? All you people are acting like all of a sudden there's a president who's you know, a shitty guy, because every fucking president has been a shitty guy forever, you know, and I mean, Obama should have been impeached. George W. Bush murdered 1 million people, and innocent people, based on lies fabricated out of his White House. Okay, that's somebody that needed to be impeached. The second he fucking dropped bombs on Iraq, he needed the second that Twin Towers fell straight down in their own fucking footprint, George W. Bush needed to be impeached, because that piece of shit fucking was out golfing. Well, while, you know, watch me make this. We're going to catch those terrorists now. Watch me make this drive. You know, screw you. We deserve better, right, Dwayne? We deserve better. That's what I want you guys to start saying. Not I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. We deserve better, because that's the facts. These people that represent us, you know, Bush, number one, was a dynasty. He never would have been able to get anything. And he was never elected. Okay, George W. Bush was not elected. The first election, he did not win. The second election, he did not win. How rude. Hello, caller. I knew you were going to call. I knew he was going to call. Too bad I didn't have the phone turned up so everyone could hear you. You better call back now. Where were we? Oh, yeah. W. W was never elected. And you know, and they never even for a second acted like he should be impeached. You know, I mean, it's just a load of shit. It's just a stupid game. It's all theater. It's all fucking, you know, it's all fixed, you know, and the people lose every time. You know, we deserve better. It's that simple. And the only way that we're ever going to get better is for us, or for us to get what we deserve, is for us to move beyond these labels. Okay, this Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, you know, whatever it is, these labels are worthless. And they're keeping us from coming together and getting, you know, and taking back our world. and having our world be the way we want it to be, instead of the way these politicians and super rich people want it to be, which is never-ending war, never-ending police state. You know, they're not fighting for us. They're fighting to keep freedom from us. They limit our freedom more and more every single day. They are the only true threat to our freedom. These people in Washington, D.C., and your local city councils and your local state governments, they are the only true threat to our freedom. The Russians aren't coming to take our freedom. The Chinese aren't coming to take our freedom. Al-Qaeda ain't coming to take our freedom. It's these bastards in Washington, D.C. who want to just chip away at everything until it's just this never-ending nanny state that tells you what you can and can't eat, what you can and can't do, where you can and can't go, you know, what you can and can't say. It's the land of the free and the home of the brave, because you know brave people need to be told what they can and cannot say, right? What they can and cannot put into their own bodies. That's what brave people need. They need to be treated like little tiny babies who have to be kept safe. Then they take the little babies and they wrap it in a blanket, and then they discuss whether or not they're going to execute the babies. And that's the kind of politicians that we have. Crazy people. And they just are gaming you so hard. You know, if you identify as this Republican, as this, is it that flim flam guy again? Hello, caller. How are you today? It is the flim flam man. I knew he was going to call back. Hey, we couldn't hear you that time either, buddy. You need to speak up. You need to talk into the receiver so that we can hear what it is you're saying, okay? Oh, my roommate got me a new microphone, a snowball microphone. So that's going to come up with the new computer that he's setting me up. And the green screen wall that he's painting for me. He's my biggest fan. In fact, if it wasn't for him, this would never have happened. None of this Mox News shit would ever happen. So you know. But it's you guys who keep me going. It's you guys who day in, day out show up and say, what's new with Mox News? It's you guys. I've always said it's you guys that give the spirit, that give the flavor. You know, I post these clips that some of them are very important. I love Canada too. I love Canada. Some of them are very important. You know, some of them are very powerful. Some of them are just there to put a smile on your face. But I post them, and it's you guys that you see them, and you add so much more to them. You know, it's like this show right here. You know, if you guys weren't here, it'd be completely meaningless to do this. So, you know, it's you guys who make Mox News of value. Okay, it's you guys that are going to make the call-in show great. You know, I mean, it's me who has to show up day after day, be here at a certain time, sit in front of this camera, and talk like I know stuff. But it's you guys that are going to make it great. So, you know, if you guys, as I've always said, you know, it's up to you. It's you guys that give Mox News. There's Jackie Cat. Hey, Jackie Cat, I didn't see you yesterday. Otherwise, I would have said hi. Hi, Jackie Cat. I was really glad to get your email. I was worried you thought I was being rude or something. And I'm looking forward to having dinner with you. That sounds really good. I hope we can make that happen. Let's see. So here we are. You guys have all come here to join me, and I really, you know. Oh, there's my call. There's my beautiful people. You think it's the Flim Flam Man? Let's see. Hello, caller.
Hey, man. So since you're talking about me, talk about you, if that's okay.
You want to talk about me?
Yeah.
Okay, you talk about me.
Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of people don't understand that you bust your ass every single day to make this shit happen. Everybody, like, and the listening audience and the viewing audience, there's people that just don't, they sit there and they don't participate. And on the back end, after this show is not live, I get to see the view count. Everybody else gets to see the view count. There's other people watching this after it's done being live. Now, we don't know from the YouTube analytics how many of those people stick around and watch your show for the whole entire duration. But the fact is, just because we're only getting, 20, maybe 30 viewers at a time during the live show, there's substance to this content because this is documenting history. And on top of that, I think, can I talk about the audio portion content idea or not? You want to leave that to quiet for now?
Yeah.
Keep it quiet or talk about it?
Keep it quiet.
Okay, that's super secret then.
Yeah.
Like the green screen, you talked about that. So that's the other thing too. I know you want to be able to do a lot of stuff with live stuff that's going on and being able to have people call in when there's something going on, whether it's a world event or the next, God forbid, the next shooting or, something going on like a debate where you can take commentary from people where you're on the stream taking live calls while you're streaming a piece of that. That's what the green screen option is going to give us the ability to do, just kind of like the way the gamers run their video games back. I don't know. You got to see if there's some interest, talk to people and see if, those that are watching the show live, what they think about that kind of stuff. Because that's what bringing this green screen thing together. Since we got rid of our Trump-tard roommate, we got this room to go and build a live studio space, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because, there's still a lot of stuff coming on the forefront from Fox News that people don't realize, even though this has been going on for years. We're trying our best on a shoestring budget to make cool shit happen. And, I appreciate what you say about me. You don't have to say that I'm your biggest fan. There's a lot bigger fans out there than me. I just want to see what you have going on and be able to go on. And because of my tech background, I'm able to help make that happen. So all I'm saying is, your viewers need to understand that there's a lot going on and we're just scratching the surface. What's coming up for the 2020 election, I know you got big ideas and we're going to make sure that what we can do behind the scenes to make that happen makes it all that much better for your fans. And people, goddammit, support this guy, okay? And I bust my ass behind the scenes to make stuff happen for him so he can do what he does because I've been watching this guy make politics and news a priority in his life, lose sleep over it. I'll knock on his door at like fucking 5 a.m, go, hey, breaking news, man, you got to wake up. And he's like, oh shit, I was posting videos till 1 a.m. Are you serious? I'm like, yeah, school shooting in Nebraska. And he's like, oh my God. So we got to get the TVs rocking. So we're always trying to get the news out to you guys behind the scenes. And believe me, yeah, man, if you don't think Mike's just blowing shit up your ass, it's not true, man. He is hustling day in, day out, making it happen. So sorry for the rant here, but I'm telling you, man, any of these viewers that don't think that you're really doing it, making it happen, have got their head in the clouds and they haven't been paying attention. I posted one of your videos on Facebook from 2011 when we met Dennis Kucinich.
Yeah.
People forget, you got to talk to a lot of people and you're up at the rallies. Whenever there's anything going on in this area, we're out there making it happen. And, if there's people in other areas too, have them contact you and maybe we can get them going out to rallies in their area and getting some live video with their phones. Everybody's got a phone that has a camera on it these days. And, getting some correspondents in other cities that want to submit videos to Fox News would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Anyway, I know there's going to be a few more callers probably thinking that I'm an asshole. I just had to call in and let you know that it's, keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't give it up. You know as well as I do that these people, whether they sit there and don't pay attention, whether they can afford to help or not, they appreciate what you do. And we just need to keep making it a little more interesting. So good times. Mox rocks, man. I'm out.
Thanks for calling. All right, that's my roommate. Like I said, he's if it wasn't for him, Mox News probably wouldn't be here because he works very hard behind the scenes, helping out all the time. Okay, so let's see. You guys, like I said, and like Craig said, you guys are what this is about. I work hard. I really do. I am constantly viewing stuff, constantly working. This is basically what I do. If I'm not off with the dogs, taking care of the dogs, it's this and the dogs. That's it. And a little bit of porno, but this and the dogs, and when I have the garden, go in the garden, So when I'm not doing this, I'm out taking care of the dogs or sleeping. But when I'm awake, I'm doing this. I mean, after I get off here, I'll go brush the dog's teeth because teethy brushing day, and then and then I'll come back and I'll see if I can find something about edibles being legalized in Canada today. That's freaking awesome. Thanks so much, UTN, for letting me know about that. Dwayne, that's what you need to get. You didn't send me, Dwayne, you did not send me a link yet to help you pick out what kind of herb you need. Because you definitely need it, Dwayne. You know you do. Okay. So, water. Got to stay hydrated. All right. Anyways, as you can hear, we are definitely working to we are definitely, well, because everybody got their dealers in BC, man. Probably more illegal stores than there are legal stores in BC. All right. So, hey, Wilco, what kind of dirt do you use anyways? I'm trying to figure out what kind of dirt to get. I'm trying to figure out. And that's complicated. I don't want to have to do a lot of mixing. So you get something that's not too hot, and not too, whatever, and just put the seeds in it. That'd be really nice. Got any information on that? All right, you guys. So here we are. We're all here. So I'm glad you all joined me together. I guess you're wondering why I called you all here this evening. And that is to talk about I'm just trying to keep this flowing. I'm trying to come out here. I'm trying to get the call-in show established. Okay. I am I'm not very good at formatting things. I don't want it to be overly staunch on on where we're going to go. We're going to go this way, then we're going to do this, then we're going to do that. Hopefully once we get the OBS in place, we'll be able to put a screen up here that shows some news clip and then talk about that news clip, and we'll be able to do some other things that are cool. Craig had some awesome freaking green screen stuff going on last night. His son is a freaking genius when it comes to that stuff. So I think we're going to get something very interesting happening here before too long. And then I have a couple other ideas that I'm going to be putting into motion besides the cannabis stuff, because that's what I do. I'm an idea guy. In case you didn't know, probably don't know that, but I am. Ideas constantly, one after the other. Idea. They just keep coming and coming and coming. Wilco, dirt. Your local farmer, really? I will do the crock pot video next week. Promise. I promise. I just got to get butter. I just haven't gotten the butter yet. I have to. It's a matter of going to the store. I got to go to the right store, and then got to get the butter. So I saw the comment. Local farmer, Tegrity. You see the Tegrity burgers last night, huh? Tegrity burger. Tastes like shit, but you won't care. I love that. Okay, we're getting close on the Donald Trump rally here. Looks like we've got about 15 minutes left. Roots, what did Roots say? Oh, what did Roots say? I didn't see Roots comment. What did Roots say? Where's Roots? I don't even see Roots. What did Roots say? Roots Organic. Like the Roots? Okay, so I am, we got a whole bunch of stuff working. This is going to get hammered out and smoother as we do it. I just want to be in place. I just want you guys to see that I'm in place trying to make this happen. I think a call-in show, again, it really does work. We just have to get an audience and we have to get a few more callers, but it really does work. You can hear when we talk, there's just no, there's just nothing but, us trying to come together and make something better. That's what I hear when I get a caller that's actually talking to me, as opposed to, a troll, which we get a couple of trolls here and there. It's no big deal. I have dealt with them for a long, long time now. And that's just them expressing them being small. So, but we keep coming out. We'll come out here every day. We're going to come out here every day at 7. Coco, what? Wait. It says, Roots Organic, don't have to cut it. The worst. FGs? I don't know what FGs are. FGs. I don't know what FGs are. Probably go back to FF. Oh, you like the ocean forest stuff? You think that the ocean forest is pretty good? I did have videos up today, okay? If you're not getting them in your notifications, that's because YouTube sucks. But I did post videos today. I posted a video of Mike Pence this morning talking about Turkey ceasefire. And I have another video that's ready to go. And I have a whole bunch of C-SPAN stuff that I captured. I just haven't cut it all up and rendered it yet. You have no idea how complicated it is to post a video, okay? I guarantee the person who's saying, I didn't do anything all day, that person has no idea how complicated it is, what it is I do, okay? Because I have to go out and find this stuff. Then I have to capture it to the computer. Then I have to edit it so that it starts where it's supposed to start and finishes where it's supposed to finish. It fits the screen properly. It has the proper bright colors, and it has the proper sound levels. And then I have to render it so that all that stuff fixes. Then I have to upload it. Then I have to publish it. There's a lot more to this than whatever it is that you think is happening. Mike didn't do anything today. Give me a break. Rats are jumping ship. That's what they do. That's what rats do. And it's not just out of the White House. They've been jumping ship out of the Congress and out of the Senate. Out of the Senate and the House of Representatives. They're jumping ship for sure. Well, thank you so much, MF77. I appreciate you being here. I am simply trying to do the right thing. Look, I think that this is a good idea. I think that YouTube is censoring almost everyone, as far as I can tell. There's just comments. I will see, I will see, it'll say, 20 comments, and I'll go to look at the comments. I'll say 20 comments on this video, and I'll go to look at the comments on that video, and it only shows 4. YouTube, and that means YouTube censoring everybody, not just the trolls. So I think that this is a way that we sidestep the YouTube censors, although I'm sure that as this grows and there's more people in here, that they'll probably start sticking a censor on us to make sure that we're not saying things that are dangerous, because you can't say stuff because words are dangerous. They pierce like a knife. Words are dangerous. People communicating, people talking to each other without censorship. That's so dangerous. We can't have that. Can we Google? Can we YouTube management? There's something wrong with you people. They keep sending me these surveys that say, how do we make YouTube better? Stop. You don't give a shit about making YouTube better. Since the second Google have purchased YouTube, they've done nothing but make YouTube suck more and more and more and more. Okay? Google has no interest in making YouTube better. Stop lying and acting like you do. So that brings us to this midway point of our session tonight. If you smoke them, if you got them. I already did my smoke them. I did my smoke them. My smoke them. I gotta go press some flowers. I'm out of smoke them. Actually, I have like one more left, but I'm gonna want that for later. But luckily I have plenty of flowers to press. Susan. Wilco, what did I say about calling me Susan? Don't do it. I did. I didn't get it yet. I mean, I have one, but I didn't get the new one yet. The new one is so awesome, dude. It like you squash it, right? And then you can tilt the whole thing on its side so that the oil, or whatever you call it, the rosin just drips out of you tilt the whole thing, the whole press, and the rosin just drips out onto a fucking plate, or like a sheet of silicone or whatever. Freaking awesome. It's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It's on the way. Gravity rules. It would be pretty tricky without the stuff, that's for sure. So here we are doing a live show on YouTube, which is supposed to be a call-in show. Call-in show. Can you guys see this? Is this working? Is this thing on? Oh, here, I'll do it audio. 805-669-6397. You get that one? 805-669-6397. Operators are standing by, waiting for your call now. We'll go. You keep saying you're going to call, dude. What's the dealio? Okay, so thanks everybody for tuning in. My name is Mike. This is my YouTube page. In case you're not familiar with it, Mox News. I am the creator of Mox News, and currently on Mox News there are well over 10 on this one Mox News YouTube page. There are well over 10,000 videos. There's like 10,600 and some videos on this one Mox News YouTube page. Everyone hand selected by myself to be worthy of your viewing time. Because and there's the reason that I do this is because over and 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 over again, people have reached out to me and said, and you guys have heard this and watched the call-in shows, you are the one that opened my eyes. you know, and that's why YouTube hates me, and that's why YouTube is doing their best to like hide Mox News every chance they get, because you know, we're here, I'm here trying to do the right thing, and I don't have this side. I don't have this you know, Republican side, and I don't have this Democrat side. I'm on the side of freedom. Freedom for everyone. Republicans, freedom for Democrats, freedom for all of you. Okay? And those people, and that's the big problem with identifying as a Republican or a Democrat, is that those people who represent the Republicans and the Democrats are not on the side of freedom. They don't believe in freedom. They see your personal freedom as a threat to them, to their power, to them, to their lives. And nice to see you. So, you know, that's why we have to move beyond these labels, right? Because we can't, because they don't give us anything. Identifying in that way doesn't make us stronger, doesn't make us, you know, freer, doesn't make us more aware in any way. It actually makes you less aware, because now you're part of this group, and this group believes that these things, and that's who you are. You believe what this group believes, these things. And that's not freedom. I mean, you have the freedom to choose that if you want, but that's certainly not freedom.
Press 1 to take this call.
I'm pressing 1. Hi, caller. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Mock News?
Yes.
All right. Hey, first time caller. I've been watching your show and your videos you've been putting on YouTube, and I really enjoy it. So it's a first time caller, and I just want to say I appreciate what you do.
Well, right on. Thanks very much. I'm glad you called. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Texas.
From Texas?
Yeah, right over here with all that donkey bullshit with Trump.
How's the weather in Texas today?
It was like 72. Beautiful though. It's pretty nice.
That sounds pretty nice. If Texas was 72 all the time, I might actually visit there.
Shit, man. No, man, it gets hotter than hell. You know, it's a surprise that it's so cool right now.
Yeah.
Usually we've got 2 seasons, you know, it's hot and then hotter than fuck.
There you go.
But yeah, I was watching you, and this is Emma Michelle.
Nice. Well, thanks very much. I'm glad to hear you guys joined us.
Oh, yeah, and I seen that you shouted out my name, and I was just like, oh, shit, I feel like a superstar, so I had to just call you in and thank you for all the hard work you do.
We do what we do. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate. I'm just trying to do the right thing. You know, I'm not trying to be like the mainstream media or anything. I'm just trying to like show you what happened today, and then let you guys decide what it is that actually is important about that, you know?
And that's a breath of fresh air, I tell you.
Yeah, because everybody else wants to tell you what it is that's important to you, and what it is that you're supposed to be angry about, and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I agree with you. And that's how it is over here. It's like every time you look at the mainstream media, they tell you one thing, and unless you do your research and look at stuff on YouTube, then you can actually think for yourself. With a lot of people, they say, well, hey, you know, CNN told me this, Fox told me this, so I'm going to agree with them. It's like, since when has the 1% ever looked out for anybody but themselves?
Right. That's exactly it. The people that are, when you hear those people saying stuff, it's like somebody the other day said, why are you posting this Kellyanne Conway person? All she does is lie, you know? And it's like, because number one, you need to recognize that. You need to recognize that the people above us are all fucking full of shit. And number two, it's important when they say this stuff that you get in the mindset that is basically the opposite of what they're saying to you. So you have like this, you can have great insight from someone telling you fucking lies, because they're trying to direct you directly as far away as they can, you know, which is the opposite direction of what it is that you're looking for, you know, or what it is the truth is. So when they do that, you can go, you just turn around the other way and there's the truth. Boom. You know what I mean? So.
And that's true, because that's the way the world is. It's like we want to tell you something, but can't you use your own fucking mind to figure out what you believe in and what you don't believe in? Why are people so scared as to, okay, this person always lies on TV and whatever? Okay, so what? That's when it comes like freedom of speech. Anybody can talk shit all they want. It's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. But these motherfuckers are so scared of people lying. It's just like, if you know the truth, then know that shit. Just like Kamala Harris on the debate the other day, she said she wants to kick off Trump off Twitter, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you do that? I would rather know what the hell the crazy lunatic is doing than doing shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
You know, actually, Trump on Twitter is kind of a breath of fresh air to have all that information that he puts out going through his head all the time, every single day. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's kind of nice to know. It's not kind of nice to know what's right on the forefront of these people's minds. You know?
Well, yeah, I think it would be scarier if he was allowed to speak his mind. I think that would be more terrifying because you don't know what the fuck is coming.
Well, it's scary either way, but because we don't know either way, but it's like I said, it's a kind of a breath of fresh air. It's something we've never seen before in a president, you know. So it's very interesting and quite fascinating, and I don't know that it's safe, you know, because you hear all these intel guys, you know, and they like to say that this shows his like inner psyche just way too much. You know, it shows exactly how to fucking manipulate Trump. But whatever, you know. I mean, it's not like anybody doesn't know how to manipulate Trump. You just need like a porn star and a pile of money, you know. Right?
Too fucking easy, man. That's too easy. That is so true.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, let people say what they want to say. It's like everybody's got so thin skin. You know, every word hurts. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Don't say that to me, or how dare you speak. And it's just like, God damn, you can't even say Merry Christmas without somebody having a fucking offense to it.
Right, exactly. You know? I agree 100%. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like everything that you say, everybody has a problem with it. Well, you know what? I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. If you don't like it, that's a fucking problem. But I have a voice, and if you don't want to hear it, then don't hear it. If you want to, you know, disagree with me, disagree with me. I don't have a problem having a conversation with you, but people are so fucking triggered by everything you fucking say. I don't get that. When did everybody become such fucking pussies over words? My gosh.
You know, and that's I started off this call-in show that way, talking about how words are hurting us and we can't do, you know, because it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. I agree 100%. We're meant to be free. You know, we're the top of the food chain. We're the big brain people. And you know what? The freer we are, the better chance that the expression of who we truly are will be made. You know what? And that's the purpose of it being here, is to express who we truly are, so that all of us are doing that, we can create this awesome thing, as long as we get beyond all these fucking labels. You know?
Yeah. And all they do is have conversation stoppers. You're being a racist. You're being prejudice. You're being this and that. How about we have a conversation and you quit telling me what I am? You know? All they ever do is fucking conversation stopping all the fucking time. You have an opinion, all of a sudden you're this and you're that and you this. How about we have a conversation instead of you trying to stop a conversation? We lost the art of conversation. Everybody is going to their fucking phones. They don't even look up. People are fucking running into traffic because they can't get their face out of the fucking phone. It's like, what the hell is this? You know, I go out there and I see kids playing basketball, so to speak, and they're on their fucking phones. It's like, what kind of life are you fucking living, man? I don't get this shit. The world we're living in now, I don't fucking understand it. You know? Everybody's so offended by every fucking thing. Like, everybody's supposed to think this type of way and fuck you and what you think of, but if you sit down and have a conversation, boom, they want to stop you in your tracks, say, you're racist, or you're a dumbass. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, and you don't know how to have a conversation.
Which is exactly what I keep saying about these labels thing. You know, the whole point of them saying you're this or you're that is them attaching this label to you, so that and the entire purpose of the label is so that now they can completely disregard who you are because you're one of those. It doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter what you say, because you're one of those.
Especially when you try to have a conversation with someone and they're not even listening to you, all they're thinking about is what they're going to say to you. It's like, take a breath, motherfucker. Take a breath and listen to what I'm saying, and then you can respond. Because if you're thinking about what I'm saying or what you're going to say and not listen to me, what the hell? We're still going to be on two different topics. You're not going to get anywhere. Period.
It's and that's part of this whole thing too with the labels is, you know, as again, you know, it's like if we're able to move beyond that, then we're able to say, okay, I need to listen to what this person's saying, because he's a person. He matters. His voice matters, as opposed to him being this thing this label, this, you know, this thing that we disregard, a wingnut, a fucking libtard, whatever it is, you know, that people want to say, oh, well, that's one of those, so I don't have to listen to them. And it's not even that I don't have to listen to them. Once that's in your head that that's one of those, you can't listen to them anymore. You can't even hear what they're saying, because this is what you do. This is what you've been programmed to do. This is what you've been doing forever. Yeah. So it's got to stop. It's worthless to you. I mean, the most important thing you can probably do, even beyond expressing yourself, is listening.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. You can't do that, and the mainstream media shows you that shit. Especially like if you go, okay, like you said, if you're a liberal and you go on Fox News and you say something on your beliefs, whatever you believe, they right away want to interrupt you. They don't want to talk to you. Because all the media over here in the U.S., they're all owned by the 1%. They all own that shit. It's like, it's not a journalist or not journalists anymore. They're just fucking talking heads. You know? Yeah. So you get somebody on there that's trying to give you their opinion and say, hey, look, you know, maybe you can look at this candidate or that candidate. They shut you down. But get somebody who's for Trump on there, don't let them talk all fucking day. It's like, if you can't see the prejudice on media, you know, mainstream, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? All you're doing is saying, oh, well, this guy said this about Trump, so it's got to be real. You know, Trump didn't do this, he didn't do that. He's fucking up the United States. He's fucking an embarrassment to this fucking country and to the military. He's just a fucking shame. But the thing is, if I talk to a Trump supporter, I'm not going to go off at them. I'm going to listen to what they have to say. But as soon as I speak, right away, conversation stopper. Oh, fuck, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, okay, can you just address what I said or what I asked you? No, they want to shut you the fuck down because that's what they learned from TV. That's all they want to believe is what's on TV. Nobody wants to do the research. Everybody's fucking lazy. Only the mainstream media can tell you the truth, and everybody else is wrong. Well, if you're going to stay that way, you're always going to stay that way. So if that's the case, and I end up talking to somebody like that, I'm going to be like, okay, how about this? We'll agree to disagree and call it a day. You know, you can't win. You can't fucking win. And I don't understand it. Every time you turn around, there's something that's fucking us up. How are they going to give the 1% tax break? They're making money hand over fist. We're over here struggling, trying to make ends meet, but yet, hey, you know, I'll support Trump because he's telling me everything I want to hear.
John Carter.
Well, they support Trump. I think it boils down to they support Trump because of abortion thing, and because of gun rights, right? Because I don't see, you know, and this is the problem with the two-party system. Is you have either the side that supports the gun rights and fucking hates abortions, or you have the side that supports the abortions and hates gun rights, you know, and that's it. Those are your only fucking choices, and it's bullshit choices, you know. That doesn't represent who we are. That represents this little tiny percentage of who we are, and it needs to fucking we need like the Democrats and the Republicans need to go away. You know, they need to be banished from ever participating in U.S. politics ever again. And then we just create like 5 or 6 more parties. You know, like the Freedom Party. I don't know. That sounds like a good one, right? You know,
the party same shit. You know, Progressive Party same shit. It's like, why can't it be open to more? Like you said, more than 2 parties.
It has to be.
Republicans or Democrats. It's like they're both in the same fucking boat. They're not looking out for the average man. I'll tell you that.
Well, I keep saying, you know, I support the party that fights for freedom. Okay, and there isn't one. Okay,
no.
And that's why they're in the same boat. It's not that there's not the one who supports the, you know, who hates abortion, and it's not there's the one that loves abortion. It's that none of them are fighting for your freedom, and nothing is more important than your freedom, because if they're not fighting for your freedom, they're etching it away. So someone fighting for your freedom is desperately needed.
That's right.
And
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You should have the right to make your own choices. You shouldn't have to fucking choose between, well, this guy's for the Second Amendment, this guy isn't. That doesn't affect me, because, you know, it's like we're going to defend ourselves every which way we can. With the police out here acting all fucking crazy, shooting people inside their fucking houses, killing people. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous.
It just boils down to...
I'm going to be able to defend myself, you know, regardless. But as for abortion, that should be to the women themselves. Why are they all up in fucking women's problems and whatever? There are bigger issues that we should all deal with. But no, they touch those people that say abortion is wrong, so therefore we all gotta believe abortion is wrong. What if a woman gets raped and shit, and they're like, oh my God, you know, like I'm raped and now I'm pregnant? What the fuck? You know, are they still anti-abortion? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Unless it happens to them themselves,
right?
Then they're all of a sudden, well, wait a minute, it should be okay, you know, because you get raped and all of a sudden you're pregnant. Do you really want to be looking at the baby that you were raped by? I mean, that would be fucking hard as fuck. But they don't think about that shit. They think it's either black or white.
And that's what the problem is. You said at the beginning when you started right there, is that you have to pick either this guy or this guy. That's the problem. It's not that you have to pick, or you know, the conservative or the. It's that there's only 2 choices, and if there was 6 more choices, then we'd actually have a choice. But we only have this choice, where it's these 2 that are black and white. You know, which side are you on? You know, red versus blue. That's what it is. Red versus blue. What's that?
And in reality, it's like they are so fucking out of touch, because that shit don't mean nothing to me, because I feel like whoever goes and has an abortion, that's on them. That doesn't have anything to do with me financially or any other way or morally, because you know what? I know what I believe in, and they know what they believe in. Who am I to fucking tell them you can or cannot fucking do that? I want to talk about the issues that affect me.
I want to talk about fucking freedom.
The jobs that are being sent all over the fucking place, and we don't have no more good jobs. They say that the employees...
They took our jobs!
Yeah, that's because motherfuckers have to work 3 fucking jobs just to fucking survive, and then they can barely even make it, you know, matter.
Preach it, brother. I hear you.
That's why when I started looking at your channel, I'm just like, man, I said, okay. I said, this is somebody that I can talk to, and I can just express my feelings. Like I said, this is a first-time caller for me, and I appreciate your views, and I appreciate that you're open-minded. Not just, hey, this is how it's got to be, or that's how it's got to be. It's very refreshing, you know, talking to you. I really appreciate it.
Well, I mean, being open-minded, what's the other alternative? You know, you can be open-minded or you can be closed-minded. If you're closed-minded, that means you're not going anywhere. You're here, and that's where you're always going to be. It's right here. You know what I mean? If you're open-minded, the whole world is an option.
Exactly. And you're just going to be following somebody. I've always been, you know, an independent. Whatever I believe in, I'm going to believe in. I'm not going to push my beliefs into somebody else who doesn't believe in it. Hey, you are who you are. I am who I am. Isn't this supposed to be the land of the fucking free?
Right. And that's the whole point is, and the only way this place can be its absolute best is if we're all as free as possible to express ourselves in our own individual way, so that our own unique coloring of this society, of this planet, whatever it is, the uniqueness that we add being here at this moment in this time is actually fulfilled. Because if it's repressed, then we're not really being who we are. It's like, when you talk about the homos hiding in the closet or whatever, you know what I mean? They're not being who they are. So the whole fulfillment of the whole society is just not there. But if we're all, if we're all open, like you're saying, not being closed-minded, open and reaching out to each other to express, kindness and care and just interest,
and embrace the difference. It's like I embrace the difference. I have friends that are Trump supporters. I have friends that are progressive. I have friends that are Democrat, and none of that shit matters to me because you know what? To each their own.
Yeah,
if you follow the status quo, who are you? You're nothing but a fucking robot, fucking letting somebody else run your life. I don't believe in that shit.
Well,
it's like to their own. What a boring world is this going to be if everybody fucking fall in line and follow suit? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It has to do with the police state. You know what I mean? It's this whole authoritarianism thing. I mean, I brought this up, about everybody wearing the same haircut. Everybody's got these military police type, cop haircuts, and it's like, I don't know if the hairdressers convince them that that's the way they're doing what they should look like, or if it's the movies with all their fucking macho men guys that convince them that that's what their hair needs to look like or whatever. But it was never like that until like 9/11. And then all of a sudden everybody's got motherfucking cop haircuts,
Yeah. And nowadays everybody's fucking bald. What the fuck is up with that?
That's another form of a cop haircut. It's exactly what I'm saying. It's like you have to look like everybody else because the ones who stand out, are the ones that are going to get scooped up in the police state.
Exactly, because they don't fucking look at who you are. It goes back to, it's just prejudice. And I'm not talking prejudice for just black people. I'm talking prejudice in general. No matter how you look, whether you got braids, whether you got locks, whether you got tattoos, whether you shaved bald head or whatever, that's what everybody's judging you on. And it's like, well, you know what? You all believe in God and all this stuff, and you're saying no abortions or whatever. But why are they the first ones to fucking judge everybody? I don't understand that.
Above my pay grade, man. I hear what you're saying, though. I mean, it doesn't matter what your color skin, the color of your skin is, but it seems to be a general thing now. Is like the first thing people want to do when they see someone is size them up and judge them and put this like label or put them in this little box where this is who that person is. But you hear people like Barack Obama, and he talks about, I know what it's like to have the security follow me when I walk through a department store. Well, so do I, motherfucker. I walk through the fucking Macy's or the Nordstroms, and those motherfuckers are on me from the second I walk in there. I'm telling you. Okay, so it's not just whatever people of color. It happens to other people too. It's the fucking
look in general is what they're going by nowadays.
It's the fucking police state.
Whether you're black, white, brown, it don't even fucking matter. It's like if you don't stand up to the status quo or dress up to the status quo, then there's something wrong with you. You better look out for that person. And it's like everybody's being divided and fighting against each other. And it's like, goddamn, don't we all want the same fucking thing? Is to live a good life and not have everybody all up in your fucking shit? Because I know I do. I don't need the fucking government to tell me how to live. This is my life, I don't need fucking either side of the party to tell me how I'm supposed to live my life. And if they don't like it, you know what? Just like back in the day, turn and walk away or step to me. If you step to me, then okay, we can have a conversation. You want to get out of control? Well, that's on you. Because I refuse to fucking give in to anybody who said shit about me, hey, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I'm not going to be triggered that quickly. You know what I'm saying? But you put your hands on me, then that's a different story. But you can say all the shit you want. I will hold my own. You hold your own. But the most part of it is that they're pissed off because you don't agree with, this is how you're supposed to live. This is what you're supposed to believe in. No, it's my life. It's my choice.
Nope.
If I believe in you, I believe in you. And I believe with what you believe in. But if I don't, then I don't. Back the fuck off.
But then,
when do we have to agree with everything government says? I don't fucking understand that. And yes, they have the balls to say the land of the free. For who? You know, I thought it was a separation of government and church. And then now that's all you hear the government talking about is religion.
yeah.
And it's, look, you know, that's supposed to be separated. Your beliefs are your beliefs, that's fine. But if you were an atheist, oh my God, let's get rid of them. Like, what the hell happened, man? I don't understand when it turned upside down. I don't understand that shit.
I think it comes back to the 9/11 thing, dude. A lot of things happened on 9/11, and it was kind of like either get in line or you're not with us. You're either with us or you're with the terrorist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was, you know, that was my first YouTube page, was Not With Bush. You know that was the name of my first, because he was always like, you're either with us or you're with the terrorists. And I wanted the world to know I am not with Bush. Okay.
Right. And I agree with that, because maybe I'll get some of your viewers triggered right now. But 9/11 was an inside job, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know,
I know
all this shit that went down, you know, and then they fucking wanted a reason to go to Iraq. So all of a sudden there's weapons of mass destruction.
right.
You can't find anything. No,
Right.
it was weapons of mass destruction, motherfuckers. And everybody's all like, no, the terrorists. Well, look what Trump did. All the shit that the Kurds were protecting us and putting those fucking ISIS in prison. Look what he fucking did. He just released all these motherfuckers. That way it gives the United States another reason to invade another goddamn country. For what? It looks like there's some oil that's looking for freedom. What the fuck?
That's a really good question. I don't get the strategy of releasing all those prisoners. That seems really, I think it's some kind of, I think he was kind of like given the green light to go and attack Europe. He was like, all these prisoners are all these ISIS guys are just gonna go right into Europe. That's what he said. I'm pretty sure.
But he's so fucking delusional to believe that, because did they not supposedly attack the United States? So what in the right mind does he come up saying, well, it doesn't matter because they're all going to the fucking UK? Motherfucker, you don't know. You just gave all these motherfuckers a second chance to fucking, you know, while they were in prison, they were all figuring out, man, when I get out of here, let's see what we're going to do. And what the fuck, you think that they're just going to say, hey, let's all go to the UK and let's leave the United States alone? No, motherfucker, you just released a bunch of fucking terrorists.
Yeah.
And he's all like, well, why? Because he's got a fucking hotel in fucking Turkey in Istanbul, right? So
Okay.
he's fucking looking out for himself. And meanwhile, we're all in danger again. And why? Because this fucking asshole released all these fucking prisoners and let Turkey invade these little, you know, more or less like 1,000 to 100, if you will, coming in and slaughter all the Kurds, and then him saying, well, the Kurds are no angels. Like, motherfuckers, they were our allies, man. He's making us look like a fucking clown. He's just destroying America. But yeah, you know what? As long as Trump has those racist fucking fears in everybody, they'll follow him to the end of the earth, man. And that's what I don't understand. But I'm like, hey, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe, you know?
Yeah, no, that what he did to the Kurds seems, those guys in northern Syria seems way out of line, and like it could have been handled like you know, like a boss, like somebody who knows what they're doing and says, okay, you know, you bring the Kurds guys into the White House, you say, look, we got to get out of Syria. You tell me what we need to do to make it right, so that this doesn't, so we're not, you know, leaving you hanging, you know.
Yeah. The right way of doing that. He could have reached out to the UK and said, hey, bring your troops in because we're pulling out.
Yeah.
And give them a chance.
Yeah. And
tank.
Yeah, and I mean, but all he's acting like is, oh, it's the fucking election. Get those fucking troops out of Syria now. It's the election. If I'm not able to say I have to pull the troops out by the election, I won't be able to win the election. So get the fucking troops out of the. You know what I mean? It's all political.
But you know what? And then he turned around and sent over 1,000 plus troops to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I think it's like.
What the fuck did he do that for? Saudi Arabia fucking killed and maimed a United States reporter. And what does he do? Well, Saudi Arabia, I love them because they pay in cash.
Right, exactly.
You fucking kidding me?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth, and it's a spray ass part of it. Like this motherfucker, just like in business, he's failing as a fucking president, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, because all he's doing is putting us in more danger, fucking over our allies. By the time the next president comes up, if it's Trump, you know what? Jesus Christ, I'm going to move to Canada. Fuck this.
Well, yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, that's a big move from Texas to Canada, but I'm telling you that.
Ohio to Texas, so I'm not scared to move.
Well, I'll tell you, the girls in Canada like to laugh, so it's a good place. So
I think I'll fit right in, man, because this shit, if you don't laugh, buddy, you're going to start crying, and I refuse to cry over this shit. I'm just baffled. You know, I'm just baffled of what our country is now. Everybody's laughing at this fucking president of ours, and he's like an embarrassment. It's like he's using it as a business, and all his businesses have done nothing but fail. Bankruptcy, how many fucking times? And he's just like, oh, I'm the best. I have the greatest words. I have the greatest words. Too bad he doesn't know how to put them together. You know? It's just fucking incredible that people are like, oh, yeah, Trump's the best. Ask the farmers in the Midwest how good he is, that they believed in Trump. He sold them out, and now all those farmers have lost their businesses to China because China went and found another country to buy their fucking soybeans from. And all these farmers are like, shit, what have I done? They have warned you not to believe this motherfucker. He's a TV show motherfucker. It's like, and you guys believe him, and now you are where you are, and they're like, oh, poor me. Bitch, everybody fucking told you not to believe in this cowardice. And now they're in bankruptcy. The farmers might as well just kill them away. That's why you go to the grocery store nowadays. The food prices are high as fuck. Why? Because shit, we ain't got nothing left. You know, everything is imported from Mexico, and all the prices are fucking skyrocketing. And it's like, okay, who pays the price? Just like he said, China will pay for the tariffs. No, you fucking clueless fuck. We do. We pay the tariffs. When we go to the store and buy something that's supposed to be $1 and we're paying $3.50, yeah. Thank you for the tariffs, Trump. You really showed China, all right? Thanks for stepping up. And yet people still believe this hogwash. I don't get it.
That shit. I mean, I don't know who on earth could possibly believe that China is the one paying for the tariffs. I mean, you know what? How could anyone possibly believe that? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, because we've all seen the prices go up. It's not possible you haven't seen the prices go up.
I have.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. It's incredible. It blows my fucking mind. And it's like, you know, and then let alone when you sent the migrants away, all those people were working at farms. All those people were the ones picking the food for us and shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of farmers that are complaining because they have to go ahead and till their fucking land again, and all that good produce has gone rotten because they don't have people to fucking pick that food.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
meanwhile, the migrants are taking people's jobs over. Well, you know what? In California, they had a couple of farmers that said, you know what? We don't have any migrants over here picking fields or nothing. So come on over. Come on over. You know, you got jobs here. You got jobs here. One motherfucking American showed up.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? When he's fucking sending migrants over, there is a problem with that because now that's why the food is sky high now. But no, he made sure that he's got his maids, he's got his landscapers, just like all the other rich people. They hurried up and made sure that their fucking workers got green cards.
Yeah.
They express that shit, but with everything else that has to do with the average people, we're fucking paying for that shit.
Yeah.
And farmers are losing out. Farmers are going bankrupt. They're losing their fucking land that was years and years in their fucking family. And that's a damn shame because that's the American dream. Farmers were from the get-go the American dream. And look what happened to them. They got sold out. And meanwhile, we're here like, okay, we're paying 3 times as much for this shit to compensate. What the fuck, oh, we're going to put tariffs on China. Well, China's paying more no motherfucker we are because I see it on my grocery bill every time I go to the goddamn grocery store. But yet, everybody's like, hey, let's get rid of migrants. Fuck them. They're taking our jobs. Well, you fucking assholes. There's a lot of jobs out there in the fields. I don't see anybody standing up and going to those fucking working fields. You want to bitch about migrants, but they're the ones out there working their fucking asses from sun up to sun down. And then some.
With no rights.
People like, oh, migrants are bad. Migrants are bad. Last time I heard, no migrant has ever bombed any goddamn fucking building. I never seen any migrants go over there and fucking are terrorists. They're fucking working hard to give their money back to their families in Mexico so that way they can actually have a fucking life. It's like people are so fucking delusional to think that migrants are the problem. But as long as you are always going to be against migrants, Trump is your number one guy. And that's what's going on now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's take this world back.
That's what I keep saying. That's what I keep saying. That's what we got to do. I agree 100%. What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle?
Yeah, I'm in Michelle. Yes.
Nice to hear from you, Michelle. I really appreciate you calling. That's you just nailed it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. And that's why I felt like I had to call you because I'm like, you're the first one that I actually heard that says, hey, I don't care whether you believe in this or that. Let's just talk, And it's been a long time since I had a conversation with someone without them just right away trying to have a stop, just conversation stop statement as to, you believe in this, you don't believe in it. It's like, it's all fucking reality. I mean, how can you not see this shit? It affects my life. It affects the average working man to where if it's hard for you to make ends meet and all this produce is going sky high, how the fuck are you going to tell your kids, well, I'm sorry, you can't eat tonight because we can't afford it? It's like people don't understand that. But hey, let's live up to, well, this guy believes in abortion. They don't believe in abortion. So let's pick like that. That doesn't have anything to do with me. I think to each their own. This is always supposed to be the land of the free. You choose whatever makes you happy. Government is supposed to be smaller. That's what Trump went in there saying. Government needs to be smaller.
Right.
But now they're reaching into everybody, whether it's spying on your cell phone, spying on Facebook, whatever the fuck you're on, they're spying to get data out of that shit. And they use it against you, but people, it's like, I would rather be dirt poor than vote for anyone else but Trump. It's like, where is the logic in that, man? It's like, wake the fuck up already.
I don't.
Our kids are going overseas and shit like that, other countries, and yet everybody's blaming. Well, it's the average worker. Like GM went on strike, and they're like, well, you know what? What they should do is fire all those employees and send those jobs to other countries. Is that really American? It's like the UAW is standing up for motherfuckers so that way they can actually have a life. It's like, if you don't like it that you're not in the union, do something about it, but don't be mad at those fucking people that are standing up for their fucking rights. And that's all you hear. That's all you hear. I wish that they would go ahead and shut GM down and show all them motherfuckers. And I'm just like appalled. I'm appalled. And you want to say you're a patriot? You're all about America, and then you're the first one to say, you know what, I hope they shut that fucking place down and send them to other countries. Is that patriotic in your mind?
No, I think I don't understand why they act like this whole international trade thing is so important. You know what I mean? I think, I mean, it's a good idea and everything, but I really wish that we just were able to focus on the people in this country, you know?
Yes.
And
Mhm.
and that's I think that a lot of people feel that way, and that's probably why Trump is so, you know, they they see Trump makes them feel like they can say, you know, that America is great again. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people are desperate for something like that.
Right.
Even if it's a completely fake bullshit thing, they
Mhm.
still get to have that feeling inside of them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and again, it just boils down to this, you know, black or white thing. So it's not just that, you know, it's Trump, you know, Trump is so horrible and everything. It was Trump or Hillary. It was, you know, giant douche or turd sandwich, you know,
Thank-
and they picked the giant douche. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
understandable why you picked the giant douche, because nobody wants a fucking turd sandwich, you know?
Exactly. It
So
was like, you know, it's either you lose or you fucking lose. Those are the only,
exactly.
yeah, those are the only options because they said either it's a Democrat or a Republican. Both of them are corrupt.
Yep.
Both of them don't give a fuck about the average man.
None of
You know,
them fighting for our freedom.
yeah, they're out of touch. They don't give a fuck about us.
Nope.
You know, so like if you have to deal with, you know, one or the other, okay, who's lesser of the evil? Well, Trump's got charisma. Trump talks a good game, so yeah, why not? Let's pick Trump.
Well,
And
you
then
know,
look what the Trump kid is getting us in.
I mean, when Trump was on the stage with all the other Republicans, you know, during the
Mhm.
primary debates, he made them all look like monkeys. You know what I mean? He made them look like they're not able to think freely and move outside the box. And you know, they have like this canned response, and they, you know what I mean? It was just all this practice, say the same thing over and over again, and make sure to pander to this audience and make sure to pander to that audience, you know, which Trump does, but he does it in a like this free flow style that's almost like, you know, like a fucking poetry rally or something.
Yeah, because he's a good showman.
Exactly.
He's a good man. He knew how to stop the conversation.
Yeah.
When shit got serious, he was, you know, character assassination.
Yeah.
And everybody liked that shit because he wasn't a part of the status quo.
Right.
He came out as a businessman. He came out telling everybody that what they wanted to hear. I'm not going to be like the Republicans. I'm not going to be like the Democrats. This is a new game. This is a game changer. Everybody believes him.
Yeah, so it's understandable why he's in the White House. It's completely understandable. It's just a matter of once they get there, they have to be held accountable. You can't continue to go, okay, that's my guy, that's my guy. Once they get there, nope, he's no longer your guy. He's either fighting for your freedom and making sure that, you know, we look good around the world and we're making positive things happen around the world, or he's not. And if he's not, then he's not your guy. And that's all there is to it.
You're right, because he turned this into a business deal. But he did it to strong arm everyone. He doesn't go over there to actually have a serious negotiation. He's like, I'm the president of the United States, the strongest country in the world. You know what that did to his fucking ego? He turned around and said, hey, this is how it's going to be, like it or not. And a lot of countries are like, okay, we don't like it. Now what you going to do?
Right.
He didn't have that fucking plan. He didn't have that fucking how to counteract because he thought that, hey, wait a minute, what do you mean no? What do you mean you're not going to pay more? What do you mean, China? What the fuck? It's supposed to be like, I'm the president of the United States. You're supposed to obey my rules. The thing is, that motherfucker never had a plan B.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Right.
Here we are.
I agree.
A bunch of shit pissing all these allies off. It's like, oh my God, if he did anything but make our country fucking like scarier and fucking unsafe, that's your guy. You know, because he's one turned around and fucking backstab all kinds of motherfuckers. Why? Because of his ego. He could turn around and say, okay, well, let's really have a good negotiation and, you know, let's work this out. He can't do that. His ego will not allow that. So it's either his way or no way, and everybody's saying, fuck you, it's no way.
Yeah. That's what it
And that
seems.
is
That's
what
what it seems like to me too, Michelle.
What's that?
That's what it seems like to me too.
Yeah. And that's scarier for us because, like I said, we're paying inflation prices because of his ego.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
farmers are businesses because of his ego.
Yeah.
He can't say, okay, don't buy the soybeans from this other country. Come back, China. You know, let's work this out. No, he's all like, hey, I'm gonna stay face and just say fuck you. And now you got all these farmers are like, you know, I believed in him. I trusted him.
Right.
He said he's gonna make everything better. The steel workers went through the same thing.
Yeah.
And what's he doing? Buying steel from fucking China.
Yeah.
It's like you're mad because China has got their strong arm over us, and yet you fucking turn around and said, you know what? Fuck you, Americans. If you ain't got no jobs, I'm gonna win. And if I don't win, I'm still gonna fucking win because I'm not gonna say I lost. And that hurts us all. That hurts us all. I see that every time I turn around.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like, okay, everything's gonna be all right. He fucking talks that shit.
Hey.
And it's like, come on, gosh, I get it.
Everything is going to be all right, Michelle. It always works out okay. You know, it might not be the way we want it. It might not be, you know, America might not be great again, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. We'll get through it. Even if we have to live through it for another 4 years, we'll get through it. And
he doesn't understand. Yeah. And I agree with you 100% because that's what he doesn't understand, the resilience of the Americans.
Yeah.
You know, he thinks that, he's doing this and that because he wants to save face. Yeah, I believe that. Trust me, when he leaves and another one comes up, there's going to be some more bullshit of the same, but yet it'll be a little quieter because maybe they won't be putting it on Twitter. They'll be fucking you over, but it'll be like, shh, just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
You know, this will put so much in your face that you're just like, what? Like, oh my gosh. And yet they've been doing this to us years ago, you know?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible. But no, I believe we're going to make it. I mean, because, you know, like I said, we're tough. We're tough. We can fucking put up through whatever it takes.
Yeah.
No matter what.
That's right.
We can't even make it to rub together, but you know what? We're still here. We're going to be here.
That's right. That's right. You can't keep a good man down. That's all there is to it.
You cannot, let alone an American. I don't give a fuck. And like these people that are following Trump, it's like, hey, you know, God bless you. You know, God bless you. You believe in him. Okay, that's fine. But you see stories about other people that believe in him and they let him down and whatever. But you know what? You can get up and dust yourself off again. You just got to keep fucking fighting. You just got to keep moving one fucking foot in front of the other, man. It'll get better.
March or die. March or die. That's what I say.
No, that's it.
March or die. Got to keep moving forward. All right, Michelle, thanks so much for calling. I hope you call back again soon.
All right. Thanks a lot for your show. I really appreciate you.
Well, we're going to do it every day at 7, so I hope we see you again here soon.
All right. God bless. Take it easy now.
All right. So I love Michelle. That was freaking awesome. And she had things to say, and she said, you know, that she's had these things to say for a while and nobody wants to listen. And that's this whole thing that I keep talking about, is that, you know, we have to move beyond these sides. You know, I mean, even though she went on and on about how horrible Trump is, I said, but it makes sense that he's in the White House, right? And she was like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, it's easy to understand that. Hello, caller.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
I am good. How are you doing? Is this Chris?
I'm fantastic. This is Peter.
Peter, how are you, Peter?
You know me, Mike. You know Peter.
Peter, thanks so much for your generous donation a couple days ago. That was very nice of you.
Bro, call me the Pete Dog.
Pete Dog. Okay.
Pete Dog, a.k.a. Drunk Pete.
Are you drunk,
Mike.
Pete? Are you drunk, Pete?
Always.
Okay.
Always, Mike.
I'm going to call you Drunk Pete from now on.
Drunk Pete. Let me ask you, Mike. I know you've been covering extensively the vape ban. what are your opinions on this? I want to hear your opinions first before I give my opinion. Please elaborate.
Look, it's obvious that 1 million people a year die from smoking cigarettes in India. India has completely banned vapes. You cannot import them. You cannot manufacture them in India. This could save, what, 999,000 lives a year in India, but it's been banned there. And they keep talking about the flavors, right? Oh, the flavors are just to attract children. That's a complete bullshit. Flavors are the spice of life. Flavors are the colors of our tongue. Flavors are what we crave every day, all day, every day, all day long. And it's completely obvious that the real villain here is nicotine. And one of the really wonderful things about vaping is that you don't have to have nicotine in there, right? You could pull the nicotine out of there and then it wouldn't be addictive to anybody. And they could still have their flavors, because people love flavors. There's no reason to take flavors away. And they say, oh, you have to think of the children. Well, why is there peppermint schnapps and watermelon flavored fucking liqueur and all these other fucking, alcohol, that are just, obviously, sweet and fruity and flavorful. So the vape ban is just another way for the powers that be to take away a little more of our freedom, because they hate our fucking freedom. No matter what it is, whenever something comes up and it's new and it starts to take off, if it's not incredibly over-regulated and approved by the government 100%, then it's like, oh, that's dangerous. We have to fucking put the brakes on that right now. That's the fucking land of the free that we live in.
I agree with you with that. If people want to vape, that's their choice. And I don't think that should be regulated by anybody.
And it's a much smarter choice than fucking the alternative, as far as I can tell.
That's the thing that I disagree with, Mike. See,
Okay.
I actually disagree with a lot of people on that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that it's a healthy alternative. Okay, this is my argument, because I was a heavy smoker for many years, and I switched to vaping, and for a while it did work for me, but after a while vaping is actually bad, because some of that vapor is very hot, and it leads to a lot of like lung inflammation and like COPD, which if you're a heavy smoker, that's just a big deal.
Yeah.
So what I advocate, Mike, not enough people get into this, okay? It's all about the cannabis butter. I actually purchased for myself nice, they call it a magical butter machine. You can actually purchase it on Amazon for $170. Let me tell you, Mike.
I have one of those. I have one of those. It's called a crock pot.
Mike, it's all about the edible. I mean, that's the real healthy alternative.
Dude,
that's what I'm getting into.
Here, let me show you something, okay? Let me take 2 steps over here. 2 steps over here, right? And I'm coming right back. Okay, I'm back over here, 2 steps back, and here's your edibles, okay? You don't have to tell me what it's about. You see what this is? You know what that is? You know what that is right there? That's brownies.
I know I'm talking to an OG here.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
You can't see I'm trying to. My screen's all frozen up. But yeah, I mean, I'm just starting to get into all this tinctures and
you need to make your own butter, okay? You just you say you got your own machine, so yeah, I agree 100%. The most important thing to do is to eat cannabis, and it's not just as a gateway leading from addiction, whether it be tobacco or anything, alcohol or anything else that you might be addicted to.
I just can't smoke. The thing with me, Mike, is I can't smoke I can't. My
Yeah.
lungs are fucked.
Well, I'm
My
going
lungs
to
are
listen.
jacked
I'm
up,
going
bro.
to do. I'm going to do a video on flower rosin. This in the next 10 days or so.
I
And
know you've always told me about the rosin.
yeah,
how
and
you
if you
love-
get a
how you
chance
love
to,
vape it and all
I
that
will
shit.
I will show you how it's made. And if you get a chance, you should try it. You know, just take a little puff of it and see, because
It seems very labor intensive. That's the only thing.
it's a little bit. It's a little bit. But you know what I mean? If it gets you something special, you know, because making butter is definitely labor intensive.
Do you use your butter machine on that? What do you think of that?
I use a
You like it?
crock pot.
Okay. No, I'm talking about like an actual. There's a device you can buy. It's called a magical butter machine.
Yeah,
And it
no,
literally has like,
yeah, I have one of those.
you know,
It's called a crock pot. It's the same thing, dude.
no. Well, this thing actually it has like a built-in temperature probe and like it has like a propeller and a pulverizer. So literally,
I have two of
mixes
those.
everything in and it heats it for just like a. I mean, it's good for if you're a lazy fucking douchebag like me. It's perfect.
Oh, really?
And I
You
just
think
feel
it's?
like-
You really think it's easy? It looks like it's a lot of cleanup to me. You don't think it's extra cleanup? It cleans up real easy.
No, it's not. No, Mike, this thing is great, and it comes with a little filter, right?
Yeah,
Put all your ingredients in this little thing. You hit a button, you know,
Yeah.
depending if you want to make butter or tinctures or whatever,
yeah.
and it heats it all up and mixes it all up, and then you just strain it out in a little filter that it gives you, and then you put it in your butter mold and you make some nice brownies with it.
So, what kind of stuff do you like to make?
Well, see, the thing is, I just got the fucking thing. So, I made one batch so far, and it came out pretty good. But I feel like I can optimize.
Yeah, sure. Did you heat the herb before you put it in the butter machine?
Yeah. See, well, the thing is, this magic butter machine, Mike.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is you put your butter in, and you put some lecithin.
Oh, what?
Lecithin is actually lecithin. Actually, it's called lecithin. Sorry. It's an emulsifier, right?
Uh-huh.
So what that does is it like fucking extracts all the THC and blends it in with the butter real well. Right?
Huh.
So you get butter, your herb, and some lecithin. You put it in this processor in this magic butter machine, and it has a little mixer in it, right? You put the lid on,
Uh-huh.
and you literally set it and forget it, and it just goes and it processes it, and then you strain it out into like a butter mold. When you're done, you strain it all out, and then it solidifies in a nice stick of butter, and then you put it in brownies, and you get fucking high as fuck.
And it's
Great.
and this is what I keep saying to people. I mean, if whatever it is, if you have whatever issue, if you have some kind of chronic pain, if you have headaches all the time, if you have this type of butter, and you begin your day with a small cookie, just a little cookie, in your morning coffee, you will find that your pain and your headaches will dissipate immensely.
The edible high is fantastic. It's what the challenge is dosing.
Is what now?
Because that's my challenge is dosing, because I'm making the shit. I don't really know how strong it is, so it's very easy to overdose, which I have done.
You overdose? What happened when you overdose?
Well, I mean, dude, if you get too high on fucking edibles, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I feel like I've drank about 28 beers and taken some LSD. Like, you get fucked up off edibles.
I heard trees singing one night.
I've gotten fucked up, bro.
I heard trees.
Up.
I heard trees singing.
I believe it. I've heard it too. I've heard fucking Carl Sagan fucking singing to me before. Hey, Mike, let me ask you.
Yes, ask away.
Let's change the topic from the pot talk, and let's take it back to that other caller. Holy fucking shit, that other caller. That fucking dude was on a fucking tear. Or no, it wasn't a dude. It was a woman.
The last one, Michelle. Yeah. She was
Michelle,
awesome,
she
right?
was on a freaking tear.
She was
Holy
awesome.
shit. She had a lot to say, bro.
I know. I think she's been holding it for a while.
I know. Some good shit there.
I was really glad she called.
Let me take it back to the political spectrum. What do you think of AOC, Mike?
I think she's going to make a wonderful porn star when she gets out of fucking office. I don't know why. What do you think I should think of her?
I don't know. It's not so much her I have an issue with as her political. I don't know. See, the thing that pisses me off, she had this tax plan, right, that she proposed.
Uh-huh.
And her tax plan was, if you make over $10 million a year, then you should be taxed by 70%. What do you think of that, Mike?
I think that if you make over $250 million a year, that you should be taxed 75%. But $10 million a year, no.
See, I think a lot of people on the left are like, there seems to be like a tax the fucking rich mentality among a lot of people on the left.
Eat the rich.
And well, what happens is we end up taxing all the small business people that are just trying to fucking start businesses, and the real rich people on the top are always going to avoid paying taxes. They can just send all their money to tax accounts in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, all this charitable stuff that Bill Gates does, that's not charitable stuff. He's just avoiding paying taxes. We all know that.
And like, I don't know, man. It's like, that's why a lot of people on the right hate people on the left. Like taxes. They flip out about taxes.
I want
it because there's a lot of working people that pay way too many taxes while these fucking GE cocksuckers pay fucking nothing.
Well, that's what I just said. I said people, that are making $200 million a year, those people should pay way, way more in taxes. But you're correct. Those people are always going to be able to get out of paying taxes because that's what they're professionals at.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I understand why people like AOC on the left don't understand this shit. And they come up with these fucking kooky tax policies.
Well, again, this is the thing about the two-party system, right? It's just these fucking douchebags, the turd sandwiches and the fucking giant douches, and they're just talking to different suckers, right? They're just like, okay, there's these suckers, and here's their issue. They hate the rich people, so I'm gonna pander to those suckers. And then there's these other suckers who are all about this kind of rights, and I'm going to pander to those suckers. And then there's these suckers over here who hate those people's rights, and the other side is going to pander to those people. That's what fucking the two-party system is.
But Mike, what really is the solution is what I want. What is the solution?
You have to, we have to banish.
Here's what I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm talking politically. I'm talking about like as a government system. Because people on the left, there's a lot of people on the left that are like fucking bordering commies, Democratic, so-called socialist Bernie Sanders that pretty much want the government to have the majority of the role in pretty much everything. Then there's people on the right, like the fucking Donald Trump, and that want like the crazy capitalist fucking system to fucking, the free markets and all that to control everything. And really what I think is it has to be a system of checks and balances. Right, you gotta have, just like the judicial system or whatever, you gotta have the private sector that's fucking monitoring the public sector, keep an eye on each other, and I think a harmonious balance, a yin and yang, if you will, is really the solution. But I don't know if that's even plausible or possible at this point.
Well, I'm all about smaller government, and I honestly I don't like taxes. I think no matter how much the government taxes, it's just never going to be enough because they have this, like you're saying, insatiable appetite to spend our money on bullshit, and and that's why we have to have a small government so that they're not able to go out of control and make all this fucking wild bullshit happen endlessly. I mean, there just needs to be a government of the people again, because that's the problem. It's not about the people anymore. It's just about the corporations, and the people are a threat. The people have to be contained. The people have to be babysat, and we if we can make it about all of us again, like it's supposed to be, then and have politicians who are fighting to protect our freedoms. Instead of worrying about taxing the rich, or it's just this endless fucking chipping away at what this government is meant to be. It seems like, which is standing like a fucking wall, like a retaining wall against a fucking tsunami of fucking protecting us and our freedom, and it doesn't do that. It does just the opposite. It's horrible.
Yeah, and it's just so discouraging because there's people on the left and on the right that really have the same fucking all they want. They have the same goals, and they disagree with each other. They're so divided over fucking stupid shit, and I don't know. It's ridiculous. Like, it depresses me. It makes me very, very sad.
It's okay, Peter. We're gonna get through it, man. I mean, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna make a fucking shit ton of weed butter.
That'll help.
That'll help. Dank ass brownies.
Nice.
I'm gonna get fucking lit this weekend.
Yeah, that will help.
Vacation tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Saturday. Oh, I got a 3-day weekend, bro. We're gonna get fucking lit on some fucking pop brownies.
Have you do you watch South Park?
I don't. I haven't watched it since the Loch Ness Monster Tree City.
Oh. Well, that's been a long time. The last two seasons are fucking spectacular, man. I mean, really fucking amazing. And they just have 3 new episodes for this new season. So if you got a long weekend and you're looking to binge on something with your pot brownies, this is a good way to go.
I may have to consider it.
Right on. All right, Peter. Well,
Michael,
hey, thanks.
Unlike the other caller, I will actually be considerate and let someone else call in and voice their opinion.
The other caller had been waiting a long time to say the things that she said. She needed to get that out. So I'm glad I'm glad we gave her that opportunity.
Me too, Mike. Me too.
All right, Peter. Thanks so much for all your help, brother.
No problem, bro. Take care. Be cool.
All right, you too. See ya. Again, and this is, obviously Peter and I don't see eye to eye on everything. But he's been very generous in the donations. He's been he's donated a couple of the call-in shows now. Yeah, but nobody's donated today. And I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know, because I don't want you guys to think that there's some kind of flow of money coming into me. Because that is not happening. Although it would help a little tiny bit. If somebody would just kick down for a pizza, if I could get somebody kicked down for a pizza once a day, I would be really fucking good. And I'd at least be, knee deep in pizza, right? So let's see. Peter, thanks so much for calling, and thanks so much to all you guys for being here, and thanks so much to the people who call, because this is a call-in show, and I really love the calls. I think, you know, you guys are like, next caller, come on, next caller, and I'm like with Michelle. I mean, Michelle had something to say. She had a lot of something to say, and I'm not in a hurry here. You know, especially since, you know, we're not getting dozens and dozens of calls, right? So there's no reason for me to go to the next caller, which isn't even there. So I really appreciate, I don't just appreciate you calling, I really appreciate you, you know, expressing yourself, expressing all the things that you want to express, and whatever it is that you have, it's cool. You know, and I'm here, and we're all here, and it's just going to get bigger, and we're going to get better at this. I guarantee we're going to get better at this. You know, you guys heard from Craig tonight. Craig is very excited about this live call-in show stuff. See, Craig seen me do call-in shows that were very, very popular long before there was ever a YouTube. Okay, and he's very excited about me being back on camera live. So he kicked our other roommate out, and now we got this room. He's like, we're gonna set it up as a studio. That's it. I'm gonna go get some green paint. We're gonna have a green screen wall. He's like, I found this snowball microphone, man. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get this snowball microphone off the Craigslist. I'm like, okay. So a lot, and then last night he's in the working with the OBS, and he's got the green screen. He's got some really cool like clouds drifting in the background, and it looked awesome. It really looked cool. I mean, I'm not so big on the green screen stuff, but it really did look good. It really did. So, you know, and I know with people's short attention span these days, if there's something going on in the background, you'd be like, oh, pretty. You know, more people will be likely to stick around a little bit longer, because that's just the facts. You got to face the facts, right? Face the facts. No one's donating. I sure would like a pizza. Anybody want to kick down for a pizza? Because that's the facts. Need a pizza. I love pizza. All right. Anyway, so we are having. This is, let's see, this week, this is the third call-in show this week. We're trying to do this every evening, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Okay, the East Coasters want it to be at 6 p.m. Pacific, and the West Coasters want it to be at 8 p.m. Pacific. So I'm splitting the difference, and we're doing it at 7 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to do it 5 nights a week. This week with the debate, and I was explaining yesterday that we missed Tuesday night because there was the debate, and I thought we'd go live after the debate, which would have been 8 p.m. But then YouTube started setting up copyright issues, and they, you know, copyright worldwide blocked my Tulsi Gabbard video, which I thought was a very important video. It was the one where Tulsi Gabbard was calling CNN despicable to their despicable faces, right? And CNN blocked that. So and they also blocked the entire debate. So I have so that kind of put a wrench into my stuff. I went and I put the Tulsi Gabbard clip up on the BitChute page, which you can find on my YouTube page. If you go to the front of the YouTube page, here, I'll go ahead and put it in. Here, I'll just put it in for you. Let's see. Hello, caller.
Hey, Moxie, you up?
I am here. How are you?
Good. Just giving you a holler. I was on your live feed and want to give you a call.
Nice. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Smarty Pants.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yep.
So what's up with you, Mr. Smarty Pants?
Nothing. Just hanging out and watching you. I just wanted to call in. You asked for call in, so figured I would call in. I just friends with you for quite a few years, to be honest.
Right on.
But the funny thing about that is you seem to get more thumbs down than thumbs up.
Well, people seem to think that thumbs up and thumbs down are like an alternative type of commenting. But it's really not a comment. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up is
Okay.
Thumbs up and thumbs down are basically simply a way of telling other people that are looking through a list of videos that this video is either worth watching or it's not worth watching. So
I got
anybody people see a Donald Trump video and they go, oh, thumbs down, thumbs down. They don't even care what's being said on the video, you know. So
okay,
that's
that makes sense because hey, I'm not a YouTube provider like you are. You know, I don't make videos and do what you do. So I was just curious that it just seemed odd that it seemed like you have so many negatives, but you're still up as a positive. So, you know, I get it. So I don't put videos up on YouTube, so I don't know how it works. So
the YouTube is it's extremely aggravating, my friend. You're probably much better off not doing that. But it from time to time it has been an amazing platform where a lot of important information has been shared with lots of different people.
no, I agree with that. Are you getting paid? Is this how you make your living?
I don't.
So, or do you have a full-time job? I mean, is this what you do, or what?
Yeah, this is what I've been doing for the last. I've been on YouTube for the last 16 years, and this is what I do. You know, I'm always in place. If something happens, if there's a breaking event, you know, if there's something of a historical nature, I'm there in place, making sure that it gets captured and shared with you know, this viewing audience. Which
no, and that's fine. No, I told you I've been following you for a couple of years, but your viewing audience seems to be a little biased. Most of it is CNN, MSNBC. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't share across any other platforms.
Well, that's not
So
true.
that's what my question was. You're getting paid by YouTube, but you're only sharing certain videos most of the time.
I'm not getting paid by anybody except for viewers like you. Whether or not, you know, you who have been a viewer for years has donated. I post CNN and MSNBC, and the thing is I also post BBC, and I also post post French news, and I also post German news, and I also post Japanese news, and I also post Canadian news, and I also post local Seattle news, and I also post ABC and CBS. And
hey, I didn't call you to argue with you.
I'm not arguing. I'm making my point that, like you made your point, and the point, and the reason that I don't post as much Fox News as perhaps you would like is because Fox News has Fox News and MSNBC. And MSNBC. If you've noticed, I haven't been posting a whole lot of MSNBC as of late, as of the last couple of years, because they have a tendency to copyright strike my videos. Right. And if it puts this archive of 10,600 videos at risk, which takes years and years and years to put together, you know, an amazing archive. If it puts that at risk, it's not worth, you know, jeopardizing it for some fucking shitty Fox News or MSNBC video. And I have all these other sources that I go to on a almost daily basis.
I got you.
And I didn't even mention C-SPAN. Which is what I post by far the most of. Yeah, right on. It's a great show. That's a great show. I'm glad to hear you watch that.
Yes, I do, but I think they're a little biased too. So calling in to see what your feelings were about that. That's all I would say.
I believe that C-SPAN has an agenda. I think that C-SPAN is very biased, not just a little bit, that they're very biased. And part of that agenda, the way that they do it is when they do their call-in show in the morning, they'll do let's say they'll have a segment which is like about the legalization of cannabis. Should it be legalized or shouldn't it? And then they'll break the phone callers down into support legalization or don't support legalization, making it look like it's equal the support and the non-support of legalization of cannabis, which is untrue. If they were to say, we're going to divide callers into East Coast callers and West Coast callers, you'd find that 85% of the callers would all be pro-cannabis legalization. And that's a mind fuck that C-SPAN is doing purposefully. And it needs to stop, C-SPAN, because you need to be at the one truly unbiased fucking channel. Okay?
Yeah, because it's paid for by the government. So,
I think it's paid for. I think it's actually paid for by private. I think.
No, it's not. It's just like PBS.
No, C-SPAN says all the time that they're not a government organization. They are not paid for by the government.
Well, they say that, but come on, be realistic with me here, buddy.
Well,
God damn it.
I'm sure they get a lot of grants from the government.
I can tell you I'm not a unicorn, but that doesn't mean I'm not a unicorn. I can say what I want to say. That's the reality of it. They can say whatever they want. If you believe it, you believe it. If you don't, you don't. So, I mean, that's what's going on in basically the world today. Think about it. Right? You're propaganda.
That's what the world is supposed to be about, is you're able to think about what you want to think about and do what you want to do. That's why I'm not, that's why I do the news the way that I do. I show you what happened and then allow you the platform to comment in the way you see fit, and
exactly.
And in the past, it has worked very well. Unfortunately, C-SPAN has become, YouTube has become completely twisted, and now they feel.
In my opinion. They're trying to shut down providers. I've already told you, I've been subscribed to you for years.
Yeah.
But a lot of what I watch in your content is usually you follow more left leaning. You know what I'm saying? And it seems a little bit biased. I don't have a problem with that, because if that's what you believe in, I'm glad I get to call and talk to you and have a conversation about it. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be talking, right?
Yes. But I think also that here's the deal, is that you're looking at this from a standpoint of you're biased, which is fine. Your own personal bias. So from looking at it from your own personal bias, and you see this more left leaning, which obviously, from what you're saying, I gather that you yourself are not more left leaning. So
I've been a registered Democrat my entire life up until the 2016 election for Trump.
Yeah.
I was a registered Democrat.
So
I'm an Army veteran, a registered Democrat. And then when Trump came along, I was like, country isn't going too good. So I didn't change a party affiliation. I just saw what was going on. And, both parties are equally corrupt.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'm not on one side or the other. I'm an American and a veteran and shit like that. So I just see what's wrong with stuff, and then I move to that direction. And then like, oh, you're a Democrat. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I go to the other direction because I'm like, well, if we do this, it could help. They're like, oh, you're a Nazi and a Republican. I'm like, fuck. Where do I go? You know what I'm saying? It's like I just want the country to be better.
Well,
you
can't think.
I've been through shit, so.
I don't think, when you listen to me talk, and I talk about freedom, and I talk about small government, and I talk about the Second Amendment, and, you can't think that somehow, I am, the left-leaning progressive wing of the news.
I'm just telling you from my observations and been watching your videos for years. it does seem to lean a little bit more that way. That's just from my observation. That's all I'm telling you. Your personal views, I don't know. That's why I called in. I was like, let's see what's going on. You know?
Well,
it seems like kind of down the middle of the road like me.
I mean, do you think? Yeah, well, that's what the facts are. Is that, you know, is that I don't see. I mean, these people are against us. These people in power are the biggest and truly only threat to our freedom. You know, the police state that they put in place, and it's both the Republicans and the Democrats. Yeah, both of them, and we have to recognize that. It's like they're the real terrorists, the Democrats and the Republicans. It's like they're the real terrorists. Because they keep trying to convince us that the terrorists are going to take our freedom, right? That's what the terrorists want. The terrorists want, but it's not the terrorists who do that. It's the government.
Spending them millions of dollars that Congress is passing with the Republicans and Democrats' consent over millions and millions of arms to start wars and shit, right? So yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
It's not the terrorists that are the ones that chip away at our freedom. It's not. And if you want to think that it's the terrorists, then clearly the Democrats and the Republicans are the real terrorists. The politicians in Washington, D.C., they're the ones shipping the fucking weapons all over the world. They're the ones making war all over the world. They're the ones that need to be held accountable. We deserve better, right?
Hey, I appreciate you taking my phone call, man. Because watching your videos, I would never think that you were like that. Because like I said, watching your videos, you seem a little bit left-leaning. I don't know. But having a conversation with you really helps me understand you as a person. I appreciate that.
Right.
I really do.
Okay.
So, you know, talking and communicating is a lot more important than just, oh, I'm watching this guy on a YouTube video and his views suck. But now that I can talk to you, I'm like, man, you're a normal American just like me, right? Just trying to get by. You want a job, you want to make some good money, and you want to provide for your family, right?
I just want to be able to pay the rent and move forward and continue to do what it is that I do, because you know, I'm trying to do the right thing by everybody. Okay. And it's not, you know, I mean, it hasn't been easy. If you've been watching me for a long time, you know, you've seen these juggernauts try and take me down again and again and again. And I mean, they are the juggernauts. They are the ones, and it's because they're threatened. They're threatened by what it is that I do. Go ahead.
The bots that come in are usually out of. It all goes back to political. They're the left. They want to crush anybody with dissent. You know, if you don't agree with their platform, they just want to put you down, crush you. So, you know, I get tired because I comment on a lot of YouTube shit, and they're like, "You're a bot." I'm like, "I'm not a bot. I'm a human being standing on my porch smoking a cigarette right now, right?" I'm like, and I'm called a bot and a Nazi. I'm like, fuck off. How about that?
I've seen people on the mainstream media calling people, Tulsi Gabbard supporters online, Russian bots. They're saying, you know, it's just beyond ridiculous. I mean, it's like we deserve better. We deserve better media. We deserve better policing. We deserve better medical. We deserve better fucking world. Okay. And this is the whole point of this call-in show. Like you're saying, you know, you don't really get who I am. But when you get to have a conversation with me, you know, see, you try. No, let me finish. This is important. This is important. Let me finish. This is important. So, you know, you come in and you say you're left leaning, and I'm like, but look at, you know, and then you start to listen, and I start to listen, and we have this conversation, and like you're saying, and now I know it's like you said, but when we talk, we make this thing happen. We come together, we unite, and now we're ready to move forward together, making something bigger happen. And that's what I'm saying that we all need to do, is we need to get beyond all these fucking labels. Oh, you're left leaning. Oh, you're fucking this, you're that. No, we got to move beyond it and then come together and have a conversation about what we want the future to be. This is our only hope of this species surviving, is if we're able to make that happen.
Yeah, well, we need to be able to talk first, and I appreciate you taking my call.
Right on.
You know, so
Well,
and that's it.
Okay, well, I'm glad you called. I really appreciate you calling. I hope you call back again in the future shows.
Yep, I'm Mr. Smarty Pants. You'll see my comments, and
Hey, Mr. Smarty Pants. Hey, Mr. Smarty Pants. Have you ever donated to Mox News?
nope, I'm not in a position right now. We run our own company, but our contract just ran out, so we're waiting on a couple more contracts to come in.
Mm-hmm.
So financially, I can't donate to you at this point in time.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants. Well, I appreciate you calling, and I do hope that we hear back from you in future episodes.
Yeah, I'll keep following your channel.
Okay.
So, and I do. And thank you for taking my call, because watching you for a few years, talking to you just really changed my attitude about how I thought you were. I think that's very important, right?
Okay. Well, that's what I keep saying. Okay, thanks again. And that's what I keep saying. This is the whole point of the call-in show. And you've heard me comment again and again on the call-in shows that when the callers come in, you know, that it's, you know, in the comments on the videos, you see this constant like bashing of heads. You know, it's like, you're one of those, and you know, there's the name calling, and there's the, you know, the just a lot of anger and spite, you know. And but when we do these call-in shows, there's almost none of that. You know, Mr. Smarty Pants. Oh, Mr. Smarty Pants, you could give back $5 after years and years of fucking dedicated service, don't you think, Mr. Smarty Pants? And I mean, and that's the thing, is these, you know, you guys been watching for years and years. You guys, oh, I've been watching you for years, you know, and I guess clearly the reason that he hasn't donated is because he thought I was left leaning or something, you know. I don't know, but you know, it's, you know, you can give $5. Chris,
Your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
Yesterday, Chris called and we talked to him for a little bit. He's called before many times, and he said that he would give $5 even though he just lost his job. Okay, and Chris was a man of his word. He went and he gave $5 yesterday, and that's amazing. You know, that there's, you know, so don't tell me that you can't afford to kick, because it's not like I'm asking you to give $100 or something. You know, I've been serving you and been serving you and been serving you and been serving you, dedicated every day. And it's all about freedom. Every bit of it about freedom, about fighting for freedom, our freedom, not my freedom, not your freedom, our freedom. Okay? And that's what Mox News has always been about, and what Mox News will always be about. So, but, you know, that's where we're at. And we went 2 hours and 12 minutes, 2 hours and 13 minutes. That's pretty good, right? Okay. And I had a good time talking to everybody. Everybody's cool. And that's the thing. I always have a good time doing it too. Besides, you know, it being this, you know, moving beyond all the anger and being able to actually connect and talk and communicate, and instead of just spitting venom at each other like happens in the comment sections of the videos, you know, we're actually able to have a conversation and a discussion. And one of these days, this audience is going to grow. You know, it's going to get much bigger if we keep doing this on a daily basis. I think, I'm not sure. I know that YouTube is trying to, you know, hold this particular YouTube page down. You know, it's been going on for a while now, but that does not matter. because YouTube is not the boss of me, and YouTube is not the boss of you. And hopefully we will be able to sidestep the bullshit YouTube management that wants to dictate what it is that you should see and what you should hear on your computer and on your phones. Because anybody who feels that way is quite twisted in their brain. YouTube management. Hope you hear what I'm saying. You belong in a fucking rubber room, okay? Anybody who wants to censor freedom of speech is a threat to all of society. As these dictators who shut down the internet on a regular basis, those people are a threat to freedom everywhere, okay? For obvious reasons, and again, this comes back to what the phone call-in show is all about, is that we're doing this, we're moving beyond all the censors, and we're having a discussion, we're communicating, and again, it's about the freedom and the non-censorship, and it's the exact opposite of these people who are like, trying to shut down the speech. The people who I say are a threat to all humanity, the ones who want to censor freedom of speech. Those people are a threat to all humanity, okay? And we are doing the exact opposite of that. And I hope that you guys can see that and hear what it is that I'm trying to say, and want to support that, and want to keep it going, and want to see it grow into something much, much bigger. Because if I have your support, if I know that you can see this as a good idea, as something that's worthy, and that you want to help make it happen, then I will be here day in, day out, because I'm here day in, day out anyways. And I like doing this. I like touching bases with you, like Mr. Smarty Pants was just saying, right? Mr. Smarty Pants was just saying, that when we're actually able to talk like this, that you get a much better understanding of where I'm coming from and the direction it is that I want this to go. So please, if you can, give something back, and I will know that you want to help keep making this happen. You want me out here daily. You support this. You think it's a good idea, and that you too hope that it does go somewhere and become something bigger and bigger. Because right now it's small, and once we start getting, a couple hundred people on a regular daily basis, then I won't have to be, then it won't depend on you guys so much to make sure that I have the support I need. There'll be hundreds of people here that I can reach out to and say, hey, Mox News survives solely on contributions from good people like you. So please give something back so Mox News can continue on to fight for all of us. And if you want to give something back, it's easy to do. There's clickable links in the text body of this video, or you can go to moxnews.com, where you will find links there. It should take less than 2 minutes to give something back to Mox News, and it is truly appreciated when you do so. It truly makes a difference. It really helps me to know that I'm doing the right thing, and it really helps me to encourage me to continue to be here to make this happen, because it does take a little bit to sit down in front of a camera and open yourself up and try and make sense and try and move beyond whatever little negative things are in the back of your head saying, yeah, you better don't do this, you guys giving back really helps me sidestep any of that negativity to say, yeah, no, this is the right thing to do. People are making it clear, and that's why I'm still here on Mox News. That's the only reason that I'm still here at Mox News, is because good people like you took 2 minutes out of your busy day to give something back, okay? That's the only reason that Mox News is still here. And I'm here every day, day in, day out, donations or no donations. But if the donations all stop, I won't be here because I can't be. Because I have to find somewhere else where people appreciate my hard work. Don't you know? Okay, so we went 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, I will give you 60 seconds if you'd like to call. Operators are standing by. It's 805 669 6397. The clock begins now. And then tomorrow we'll come back out. We'll do a Friday episode. It'll be a free-for-all Friday, which so far most of the episodes are free-for-all shows anyways. And then I will try and get some butter this weekend so that next week we will make our butter, because the caller was correct. Whichever, I can't remember which caller that was. That was talking about the eating the cannabis. It's all about eating the cannabis. Okay, that's how you're gonna fight off the cancer. You know, I see these ads on TV. You know, they say, "Oh, you take a pill for your eyes, and you take a pill for this, and you take a pill for that. But what do you take for your brain?" I go, cannabis. But actually, cannabis is good for all those things, including the fact that it stops cancer. Okay, so you need to eat the cannabis. Everybody needs to eat the cannabis. Trust me on this. The more people that eat the cannabis, the better the place the world is going to be. If it's not too late already. Okay, so thanks very much for tuning in. My name is Mike. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. There's well over 10,000 videos on this one Mox News YouTube page. So if you are a new viewer, be sure and take a good look around, because there's lots and lots and lots of interesting things to see. Okay, so we will do this again tomorrow. Same Mox News time, same Mox News channel. You guys stay cool until then. Wednesdays, this war is going to end.